one player, I just cannot get a gauge of how Spurs fans feel about him at all. Every other player, I get it, but him, no.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so I can basically gauge how Spurs fans feel about every possible player that the Spurs could get, but this is one where I have no idea, man. So if you guys have not heard, Salaun here is scheduled to conduct a private workout for the San Antonio Spurs, Pistons, Trailblazers, and Oklahoma City Thunder. I don't know if this has already happened or not, but this was reported a couple days ago. I already told you guys how I feel about him. I mean, I think he's extraordinarily raw talent. I don't know if grabbing him an 8 is worth it. I guess it depends on what the landscape kind of looks like at that point, or if there's any moves that the Spurs have already made in which you feel comfortable with making, taking that risk. We already know that Wembanyama had very positive things to say about him, but Wembanyama said positive things about every French prospect, so it's nothing new there. And we know that he actually sees. Hello, Mikasa. Hello. How are you? But yeah, we know that he looks up to what was that, girl? He looks up to Wemby, basically said Wembanyama is an inspiration to him. But that's nothing new. We know that every single player wants to play for Wembanyama at this point. It's not even anything special anymore, to be real. But he did say Victor is an inspiration for not only basketball players, but for all the spots in France. He's tall and he makes the impossible possible. He said he admires Wembanyama's work ethic and improving his game. So that's great for all of us. He inspires me every day because he works a lot and now he can dribble like a point guard. But anyways, so yeah, he loves them. And also he did say he talked with Wemby back in March. So Wemby stays in contact with these prospects, especially out of France. And, we all know Wemby's great, right? Who doesn't want to play with our boy? But, there's a few things that do worry me. And I find this a little funny because this right here, so max vertical results from the NBA International Combine. I find this so strange because I swear, man, the Ricochet praise has been a little strange to me because I get it. I think that he is a really good prospect, but man, oh man, I feel like a lot of fans, they value him on to a different degree than they do other players where I just don't get it, right? Like Ron Holland, Modest Buzelis, a lot of Spurs fans right now would definitely take Ricochet over them. But everything that's coming out of, as far as his physical abilities and even on the court, he's not that great at dribbling and creating that well. I don't really get it. Anyways, sorry, I rambled a little bit. But we can see here, this is one thing that worries me just a little bit. So max vertical, you can see Salaun is 32 inches, and he is 1 inch ahead of Ricochet. So not the best results from that. It's one of those things that's just he's going to work hard, and I think that he's going to improve his game. He'll be a fine player in the NBA. But it's just one of those things where he definitely is going to be a work in progress, and he is not one that Spurs fans would be crazy about year one. I think it's going to take at least a couple years before his game really starts to come together for the Spurs. And are they willing to do that? And are fans willing to wait for that? I don't know. I don't know where the Spurs are as far as their mindset, if they want to take that risk or they're willing to go ahead and go after. I mean, because every prospect's a risk to some degree. But he is very raw. But hey, maybe they feel like everything can come together. And I mean, by the time everything does come together, the Spurs are going to be a pretty good team, I think, in the next couple years. So, we'll just see. But you guys let me know what you think in the comments. I guess that's where I'm getting at. I don't really have a strong opinion, one way or the other. I think at 8, that's still a little too high. But hey, I guess it just depends on what the landscape looks like in the context of once we get to that 8th spot. So let me know what you think. Would you get Salaun? Would you not? But yeah, I'll look over the comments here. Especially, I want to see some of the people that really paid attention to his game throughout the year. So get with you guys later, man. Until next time, bye.